Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Gina McAllister, Dean of the School of Education, and I'm honored to welcome you all to our 2022 Fall Pinning Ceremony for the School of Education. We know that all of you here, and even those of you that couldn't join us personally, that are on live feed, had a very important role in helping these young people achieve this goal. They are so excited. You should see them. They're all nervous and everything, but they are super excited to be here. So I just want to thank all of you personally for the support that you've given them along this journey. Graduates, we are so proud of you. You've worked so hard and persevered to achieve your goals. Determination has been part of this. Flexibility has been part of this, and strength. Those are skills that you guys have developed as you have worked to be able to achieve this degree. But those skills are skills that are going to stay with you long after you leave us, and those are the skills that are going to make you an excellent educator. This journey that you're about to begin on will impact so many lives. And I don't even think that you really know where your journey is going to end when it comes to who all that you will be impacting. We really feel blessed here at the college that you chose Chipola College as the place where you wanted to come and continue your career and pursue your education. So we're also very excited that we could be a part of this. I'd like for you as graduates to take just a minute and stand up and recognize the people that are here today with you and give them a round of applause. So if you guys will stand, face your loved ones and friends, give them a nice round of applause. We would also like to acknowledge the faculty who have put so much time and energy into you guys, into getting you where they want you to be. They have just poured themselves out passionately to you, and there are so many conversations going behind closed doors about how things are going, and we just really invest in you, and I know that they have too. We are missing some of our key players today due to illness and a couple of other things, but I do want to recognize the faculty that have been part of this, so if we could give them a round of applause as well. Well, since you guys are the honorees, we really want to take a minute to reflect on you. Nobody really wants to stand and hear me talk for hours on end, so this is all about you. So we have a presentation this afternoon that shows you guys, but what we really like about this presentation the most is that you guys submitted quotes about what education means to you. So we have included those quotes along with your pictures in the presentation that you're about to see. So I'm going to step aside and let you guys enjoy this. So this afternoon, it's my pleasure to introduce one of your fellow graduates to you who is going to share a few words about the next steps and your upcoming journey. So Emily Broom, would you come forward? Emily is one of our English education graduates.
In every person's life, a bittersweet exchange must take place in order for growth to occur. Though this moment is paramount in a person's development, it goes unnoticed in the present and is perceivable only in hindsight. I am referring to the time when our parents set us on the ground as children and never picked us up again. Not because they no longer wanted to, not because they no longer loved us, but because they had fostered the independence within us to walk on our own, to explore with curiosity and caution, and to build the foundations for our own ideas and beliefs. This does not mean that we stop learning from them, but it does mean that on many occasions we assume the role of our own teacher, learning through mistakes and experiences. When this exchange was realized, I'm sure our parents wanted nothing more than to scoop us up and hold us close, to will us to be little again, to depend on them again. But as quickly as the feeling came, I'm confident it was replaced by a stronger one, that of pride. Pride for the responsible, capable, and powerful people we have become. Now that we are here in our adult lives, our role has evolved and taken a new shape. We have assumed the responsibility of lifting up students from all different backgrounds, with different beliefs, different dispositions and attitudes, and with different paths in life, some of whom have never been lifted up before. We will laugh with them, cry with them, be angry with them and at them, and we will teach them. We will see them grow and learn, love and hurt and heal. We will learn to wear our many hats without collapsing under the weight of them. And just when we think we want to squeeze our students tighter to us and never let them go, to keep them in our classrooms forever, we must set them down on the ground and let them make their own way. And just as our parents mourned our smaller selves, we will look over our shoulders behind at them and ache, but we will also look forward to relish in their accomplishments. The products of our classrooms will go on to be doctors, scientists, mathematicians, authors, and some of them will never be any of those things. Some of them will become better friends, better communicators, and kinder souls after leaving us, and they are just as worthy of our celebration. To quote the wise Nelson Mandela, "What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived, it is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we lead." We are all going to make a difference in the lives of others. I am confident that we all already have. And now, as we stand here at the threshold of our futures, some of us with both of our feet out of the door already, it is difficult not to take a few looks over our shoulders at the journey behind us. And in doing so, it becomes clear that one of those impossible, imperceptible moments has already taken place. There was a time in each of our academic careers when our professors, our mentors, our colleagues, and our loved ones all joined together and collectively set us on the ground, never to pick us up again. Not because they no longer wanted us, not because they no longer wanted to teach us, but because they no longer needed to, because we were ready. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily. That was beautiful. We also have with us today a lifelong educator, and we have the privilege of having him as our guest speaker today. Mr. Eddie Ellis is a lifelong passionate person when it comes to talking about education, and I can't think of a better person to provide you with some good advice and some send-off as you get ready to begin your career. So I would like to welcome Mr. Ellis to the stage as he wants to share a few words of encouragement with you guys.
To Dr. Clemens, President of Chipola College, Dr. Pam Rentz, Vice President, Dr. McAllister, Dean of Education, faculty and staff of Chipola College, parents, guardians, aunts, uncles, everyone who's had a hand in these graduates sitting in front of me. To my 89-year-old mother who traveled with me, to my wife and my daughter who's also present. What an honor and a privilege it is to be before you for a few words of encouragement. I don't know if you understand exactly what you're about to embark upon. So let me just give you a little idea. If you have any idea of why are you talking to us, what experience do you have? Well, I too am a graduate of Chipola. Graduated before either of you were ever born in 1979. Left Chipola and went on to Athens State University, and then came back home in 1981 and started teaching right here in Jackson County. And that's where I remained for the next 40 years in the field of education. Started at Sneeds Elementary and then went to Golson Elementary, where we had 900 plus students that came to PE every day. These were kindergarten first and second graders. So you can imagine the excitement each and every day. After leaving there, I went to Sunland for a couple of years, and then I went to the place that I think all of you should have an opportunity to go and teach. We call it Hormone University. It is called middle school. And if you want to know if this is what you really want to do, please go and try middle school. It is a whole different world, but it's one of fun and one of pure enjoyment. Take a journey with me just for a minute. They said I had 10 minutes, 2 minutes are already gone, so I have 8 left, and I promise you I won't go over. Take a journey with me. You've graduated now. You're standing in the hallway. It is 7:41. All of the students are coming into the hallway. Your students are coming into your room. And the bell rings at 7:50. And you grab that door, and you close that door behind you. And now, all of a sudden, you are the only adult in that room. And in front of you might be 20, 23, 15, depending upon elementary, middle, or high school. But it's now you. Not internship, it's you. But guess what? You're made for this moment. You have been designed for a time like this. You've been educated at an institution that does an awesome job in sending out education majors. When I was principal for the 19 years when I was at Mariana Middle School, I would love to get an intern from Chipola and then try to hire them as a teacher, because I knew then I would get someone of quality, someone who loved children. And that's one of the main things that you have to do when you go into teaching. The first thing that you know you must do is you must develop a relationship. You must develop a relationship with your students, because if you do not, I will tell you this, students will not care anything about what you're teaching until they know you care about them. So it is very, very important. You know, those little high fives, those little good mornings. How are you? Good to see you. Notice them everywhere they are on campus, not just your classroom, because that develops a relationship. And once they develop a relationship with you, they trust you, and then they believe those things that you're teaching them. It's a different world than when I started 40 years ago. Children are different. Children are different, so you have to keep them excited about it, and I know you will. You have to keep them excited about it. Don't be afraid to ask questions. As a brand new teacher going into the school, don't be afraid to ask older teachers, those that have been there, seasoned teachers that have been there before you. Ask them questions. Hey, how did you do this? Because there are going to be some days you're going to have this beautiful lesson plan down in that lesson plan book, and you spent all weekend putting it together, and boy, it looks good. You're going to present that thing to those students that next day, and it's going to flop. But that's life. That's life. I put together a wonderful program one day in PE, and I just knew it was going to work. We were going to go out there and we were going to have a grand time. After about 2 minutes, I realized, nah, this is not going to work. But that's okay. That's how you learn, and that's how you grow. So please, don't be afraid to ask questions. Stay motivated, stay excited, and please, 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 get the negative people out of your ear. Do not listen to the negative people. Oh, I don't know why you went into teaching. You're going to be broke. I don't know why you went into teaching. Them children bad. Why you going out there talking about teaching? I'm sure you've heard none of that. I'm sure you've heard none of that. But you teach for a reason. You teach because you want to make a difference in the lives of young people. You teach because you care about those children that come into your classroom. You teach because you want to have a hand on the future. And true enough, right now you might not see it. After your first, second, third, fourth, or fifth year, you might not see anything or get any kind of feedback to let you know that you're doing the right thing. But trust me, take it from someone who was in it for 40 years, that as you go and as you continue to grow, your students will come back to you and they will tell you thank you for the things that you taught them. The easiest thing and the toughest thing that you'll probably have to do is what I tell all my beginning teachers when they first started: you gotta start out tough. You gotta start out tough in the classroom, because children will do what you allow them to do. If you allow them to run over you, they will. And are they gonna try you? Yes. Yes, they're gonna try you. But that's children. That's what they do. But set your boundaries and stick to your boundaries. It's easier to ease up than it is to tighten up. It's much easier as a teacher to ease up from being strict at the beginning, to ease up as the year goes on and you learn your students, than to let them do whatever they want to do and then at the end of the year try to tighten up. It's not going to work. So be firm, be fair, and just treat them all the time with love. And treat them all the time like they're somebody. And just please, please, please notice them. Notice them. I spent my years giving high fives up and down the hall. I have 30 and 40-year-olds coming back now to my, Coach Ellis, you remember when you gave me that high five? That was 20 years ago. But they remember. They remember those feel-good moments. They remember those moments that you make them feel good, because you have no idea what homes they come from. You have no idea what they had to endure before they got to your classroom. So make sure that when they see you, they see a smiling face, they see a welcoming face, and they see a warm face, and they see someone that cares about them. Well, I ended with my favorite story that I like to tell, that I told at the end of all of my graduations at the middle school. One time there was a young man, that knows everything, walking down the beach. And as he was walking down the beach, he saw this old man in a far distance away. And it looked like the old man was dancing. The old man would bend down and pick up something. It looked like he was dancing. He would toss that one. He'd bend down and he would toss that one. And the young man got closer and closer. And when the closer he got, he realized that the old man was bending down, throwing starfish back into the ocean. And there was hundreds of starfish laying out there on the beach. And the young man with his intelligence says, "Old man, what are you doing?" He says, "I'm saving these starfish." He picked up some more and he threw them. The young man said, "There are hundreds of starfish out here on this ocean. You can't save every one of them." The old man bent down, he picked up another one, and he tossed it into the ocean. And he looked at the young man and he said, "I made a difference to that one." So that's what I say to you. Go out and make a difference. You can.
Thank you, Mr. Ellis, for your words of wisdom. I know that these graduates will take that information and really make wonderful use of it as they begin. That was beautiful. Thank you. The pinning ceremony is a time-honored tradition that we adopted from the field of nursing. It dates back to the 1860s. This ceremony is intended to be a personally meaningful introduction into the brotherhood and sisterhood of educators. The expectations of a professional educator are outlined for us in the Department of Education's Code of Ethics for the education profession. Please listen to me carefully as I read the code. The educator values the worth and dignity of every person, their pursuit of truth, devotion to excellence, the acquisition of knowledge, and the nurture of democratic citizenship. Essential to the achievement of these standards are the freedom to learn and to teach, and the guarantee of equal opportunity for all. The educator's primary professional concern will always be for the student and for the professional development of the student's potential. The educator will therefore strive for professional growth and will seek to exercise the best professional judgment and integrity. Aware of the importance of maintaining the respect and confidence of one's colleagues, of students, of parents, and of other members of the community, the educator strives to achieve and sustain the highest degree of ethical conduct. The pen that you guys are receiving today is a symbol of your commitment to the education profession and to upholding the expectations of the Code of Ethics. Congratulations on your decision to become an educator. We welcome you now as colleagues into the education profession. The graduates have prepared a message that is going to be read to friends and family as they come up and receive their pens. Virginia Milton, our senior in our School of Education, will be the person that is going to be reading the messages. While she's coming, I also want to thank Abby Cozart. She has also been assisting. She's a junior in our bachelor's program, and she's been assisting with ushering and several other responsibilities. The faculty that will be assisting with the penning today will be Ms. Dogle. She will pen those in elementary and English education. Ms. Somerset, Amy Somerset, will be penning those in exceptional student education, and Ms. Jackie Watts will assist with science education. As your name is called, please proceed to the stage.
Catherine Burdishaw. I would like to thank my parents, my fiance, and my friends for constantly supporting and encouraging my educational career. I would also like to thank all the teachers who have played a role in mentoring me towards success. I also want to thank my students who have loved and encouraged me this semester. I love and miss all 17 of you. To all of my fellow graduates who have become dear friends, I love you all, and we did it. Whitney Clark. I would first like to thank the amazing professors I have had while in the education program. Without Dr. Johnson, Dr. Clark, and Ms. Dogle, this experience would not have been possible, nor as memorable. Next, I would like to thank the friends I have made over the last 2 years. I cannot wait to see the great things you all do in the future. Ms. Trimble and Ms. Billups, thank you both. You were amazing mentors. Lastly, my family, I will never be able to thank you enough for always supporting me in everything I do. I love you all. Jessica Creamer. I want to thank and express my gratitude to everyone who has been a part of my life through this journey. Every drop of water makes up the ocean, and every one of you made me the person I am today. I want to also give a special thank you to my dad and stepmom who supported me the most through all of it. You two pushed me to succeed and believed in me every step of the way. I also want my children to know how grateful I am for all of their patience and understanding while I worked for our future. Finally, I want to thank every mentor, friend, and family member who guided me, loved me, and supported me. You all have had an impact on me making it here today. Lindsay Ellis. I am thankful for family and friends that have pushed me to complete this degree today. Madison Fennell. I am thankful for my family and friends that supported me and helped me reach this point. Clarissa Green. I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me. Philippians 4:13. First things first, thank you, God, for giving me the strength to push through, because with you all things are possible. I'd like to thank the Graceville faculty and staff, a host of friends, and my family. To my Graceville crew, you know who you are. Thanks for helping in any and every way possible. But a special shout out to my mentor teachers, Gina Douglas and Hannah Barbie. Thanks for sharing your space with me, always having my back and allowing me to grow. I love you guys so much. My fourth grade babies, thank you for allowing me to teach you, but most importantly, thank you for teaching me as well. I love each and every one of you. To my special friend, thanks for being the motivational push I need through every struggle and always listening. I will always love you for that. Lastly, but definitely not least, my family. I overlove you guys. You are my support system, my lifeline, and my go-to for everything. Thanks for keeping me grounded and having my back, front, and sides. I cannot be blessed with a better family. JC, my love, my biggest supporter, my sunshine on a cloudy day, and my motivation. This one is for you. Always remember to keep God first and do your best. He will do the rest, because faith without works is dead. Mommy loves you to the moon and back again. I made it. We made it. God's timing is perfect. Taylor Young. I would like to thank my mentor teacher, Caitlin Daniels, in Cottondale Elementary for welcoming me with open arms. I would also like to thank my elementary teachers, Miss Shay Peavy, Miss Lindy Carpenter, Miss Melanie Chasen, and Miss Anna Martin for inspiring me to become an educator. Selah Ard. First and foremost, I would like to give all the thanks and glory to God. By His grace, I am who I am, and I made it. Special and abundant thanks to my friends and especially my family. They were unwavering in their support and their love. Part of this moment belongs to them too. Lastly, I want to thank my professors and the faculty at Chipola. They have been instrumental in my journey and have played a huge role in shaping me to become the teacher that I am. Thank you all. Emily Broom. Gandhi says that every worthwhile accomplishment, big or little, has its stages, a beginning, a struggle, and a triumph. Completing this program, even through the struggle, is the most worthwhile thing I have ever accomplished. My success is a result of the love, support, encouragement, and guidance I have received from those around me. I would like to thank my family who celebrated even my smallest victories, my best friends, Katie and Callie, whose commiseration was a comfort during times of stress, and my partner, Elliot, who lifted me up and pushed me forward when pushing forward felt impossible. Lastly, I would like to thank my greatest inspirations, Dr. Mackenzie Johnson, Miss Ramona Shelton, and my mother, Christy Broom. I would not be the person or the teacher I am today without their continuous support and guidance. John Simpson. First off, I'd like to thank God for this lifetime dream. I want to thank my amazing wife for supporting me during this long journey. Last but certainly not least, I want to thank Dr. McAllister, Miss Dogle, Miss Somerset, and Miss Lankford for their guidance and support while I was attending Chipola College. Sabrina White. To my family and friends who have been a part of my journey, I want to thank you for your support and encouragement. This has been a long journey which was made easier with your support, love, and encouragement. I am looking forward to the new journey I am about to embark in and the children's lives I will enter. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Callie Chamberlain. I have so many people to thank, but I want to start with myself. I've worked hard to be where I am now, and I need to recognize that. However, I wouldn't have such confidence without the people that have kept me standing. My friends, Abby, Emily, Katie, and Elliot, you've kept me sane. My mentor, Mr. Zayas, for your endless guidance, and to my family, my sister and mom, I wouldn't be anywhere, let alone here, without you.
Let's give them one more big round of applause. Congratulations. We look forward to hearing some great things from each and every one of you, and we know that you really are going to impact a whole lot of lives in your career. So thank you again for choosing Chipola College, and please always feel free to reach out to us if you need anything at any time. It doesn't end here. Thank you all for coming. This concludes our ceremony, and thank you for joining us. We really do appreciate the support that you have given these students. I know that without you guys, they would not be here today. So thank you again, and thank you for supporting our programs. Have a good afternoon.